Ooh.
single day.
And you have different teachers too.
Can you explain different teachers? Do you mean that you might have this biology teacher, but then at this lab you might have a different science
Yeah, like-
teacher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day is different.
Every day's different.
There's different classes like small groups and medium groups and large groups. So you have, like in large groups, you'll have all the teachers that teach that one subject. Then in small group, you'll have just your grading teacher.
Oh, your grading teacher is the one that's responsible just for keeping track of your scores and getting yours,
In
okay.
small group. So if we try this in our district next year, is there anything we shouldn't do with students? Is there anything any mistakes we can make that you know of?
Well,
No?
I think that, like our lunch for the commons, I know for freshmen they have like the 2 mods only. I think they should have a certain amount of time in the commons, so people won't they won't mess around or they won't procrastinate, because I've been here for my 4 years, and I feel like a lot of people have been wasting their time in the commons most of the time, so they should start working on their work and stuff like that.
It's great advice, thank you.
Anything bad about it? Like you think, ugh, flex on.
Eric, do you have any thoughts? Eric's the only one that came from another flex mod school that does it a little differently than we do.
So I came from Maryland. We had the Flex 14 instead of the Flex 21. So it's pretty much like the same mods and everything. I like this even more because it seems like it's a little more freedom too. But I think for the conflicts, maybe here at West we have conflict res day, and I think that's great because you can resolve those conflicts right away. So as long as we offer conflict res day when the kids can go over their conflicts and resolve them, then it works out great, because that's pretty much one of the only kind of downsides is the conflicts. But if you go over with the teachers and stuff, it really makes it a lot easier. But I definitely like this a lot more than in middle school when it was going to class for hours at a time. It seemed like, I think it's more exciting going to school. As exciting as it can get going to school.
Exciting as it can get. How about relationships with your teachers? Do you feel that this type of system helps you to know them really well and they know you well, or do you feel like you're moving around so much?
You guys want me to leave for this part?
Well, with the flex mod, it at least gives you the freedom to seek a teacher out if you need help. It's not like you have a certain period of the day where you have to try to find all your teachers. You can just work out time with a teacher and say, hey, I need help on something. Can I meet you before school, after school, during any of these mods? So it gives you more options for getting help if you need it.
The best about the small group is that it's a smaller group of kids and you can have more one-on-one help with the teacher.
What advice would you give freshmen coming into this that haven't done it before?
There's a lot of freshmen in here.
Well, they're at the end of their year, right? Almost.
Your schedule all the time. It takes a little bit to memorize it. Like this semester, I memorized it faster. But just in getting to know the whole school and going so many places, you should keep it on you all the time.
Use your off mods wisely. Your time off.
Did anybody get behind because they didn't do that?
Yeah.
What happened when you got behind?
I didn't get behind, but well, you have a certain amount of off mods. Like this morning I had 4, and I did my homework that I didn't have time to do last night. So you should just use them wisely so you can get your stuff done before class.
As we have kids that even when they're in class now, they don't use their time wisely. So I'm kind of thinking, man, this kid's sitting right in front of me, not doing what they ought to be doing. What would happen if they could be where they wanted, Then for sure they'd probably never do it. You think that would happen? Or not? I'm just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, then there's back scheduling, so if they, some teachers implement it where if you keep, turning your work in late, then you get back scheduled, and you get, an extra, more time with that specific class, where it's more one-on-one, work with the teacher, so that you will do the work, and, you're just going to sit in that class until you finish it. So it kind of...
Oh, that was a question I had. Can teachers, if you have like an off mod after a class and or a lab and you haven't finished whatever it was, can teachers hold you until you're done? Like say, you got to get this done before you go.
Sometimes they'll tell you to come in if you have any free mods. They'll make you come in.
Or they'll write you a task for your next class. If there's, like, if you only need 5 or 10 extra minutes.
If I could answer a little bit about your question before about the kids in front of you that aren't doing anything, and then when they have time off, these guys in here aren't real happy about the decision we made as a department last January, I think it was, when we realized that mostly the freshmen were having a lot of difficulty in our resource center getting work done because they were spending too much time playing on their phones. So we just instituted a rule that they couldn't use their phones anymore in there. And we were shocked as a department at how well they took it, as if they were expecting it. In fact, there were a couple of freshmen even said it's about time. And so they, we tried to give them some freedom there that they could use their cell phones to listen to music and things like that, or their smartphones, and it wasn't working out. They were screwing around, watching videos, playing, showing each other pictures, laughing and messing around the whole time. And there were more and more kids that weren't getting their work done. And so we decided as a department we had to take a stand and make some changes. I think it certainly helped. I know there are kids that are still sneaking their phones in there and using them when nobody's looking, but a lot of the problems that we were having behavior-wise are pretty much gone.
Yeah, you can use your phone when you're done is a good one. Yeah, because we can't offer kids the option to, they don't have the off mod time. So.
Okay.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.